Start the recording. Switch of screens. Alright guys, welcome back. Honestly, with the excitement of 5 minutes ago, I've forgotten what number we're on, but we are playing another game of Star Trek Adventures Arcadia. Thank you for being here. Today's session is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be a holodeck style episode, and I'm going to be specifically mixing both my in-character and out-of-character voice on this. And the reason for that will become evident when we actually get started. Other quick announcement I have is that we are having a very special sort of captain's get-together mission on the 24th of January. That's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern, and I think it'll be a good time. So if you're interested, go ahead and tune in there. Other quick announcement is that if you follow the Ophion game at all, Ophion Campaign 1 will be ending on the 19th at 2:15 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be taking a break after that and returning for Campaign 2 sometime around February 2nd. Other than that, I think we're ready to get started. And Bryn, I believe you have the log this time.
I do. Chief Medical Officer's log, stardate 51630.6. I finally finished with the physicals for all of the new crew transfers. These went without issue, and the past few days have been rather uneventful save for the usual interruptions from Ensign Jensen. Nothing that dry firing a hypo couldn't solve. If Jensen was not such an expert at... Actually, I'm not sure what his function is on this ship. I'd look into it further, but I'm not really sure that I care. I was hoping there would be someone among the new transfers to take up the counselor position on board the Arcadia, as I believe Jensen would benefit for several sessions, but it was not so. Note to self, must speak to the captain or admiral about this. There's not much to do so long as the officers and crew are not being incompetent. If only that happened on a regular basis, then I might actually get some research done. There's an Earth saying that states, the devil finds work for idle hands. Silly human myths aside, the curse of the Arcadia isn't the devil but sheer idiocy. Thankfully, Senior Chief Hailong has invited those among the senior staff that are free to try out her new holodeck program. Supposedly, she has just based it on something humans used to refer to as a role-playing game. I'm rather dubious, as that phrase has two of my least favorite words, playing and game. However, Hailong assures me that it has many parallels to what has been going on with the changeling scares. Personally, I would rather be doing some research or upgrading the medbay or even creating more placebos to administer to Jensen on his many visits, but Hailong is at least moderately competent, and anything to keep the officers preoccupied may raise morale and keep them the hell out of my medbay. End log.
I love it. Oh, I feel so bad for Hylog now. Anyway, as he has stated, you all have been invited to join Hylong on the holodeck. And I'm curious as to who would be showing up. It can literally be anyone from either the Arcadia crew or, what are we calling the Defiant now? The Torchbearer. It can either be someone from the Torchbearer or it can be someone from the Arcadia. But the key thing is you only get to control one player character. So let's start at the top. Crowley, who are you bringing?
The Ensign.
Ensign. What's his name again? Ensign King.
Oh.
Okay.
Nope. That didn't
Bryn,
change.
let's see. Bryn, who are you bringing along?
I'll be Bryn.
You'll be Bryn. Alrighty.
Not so silently judging the entire thing.
Alright. And up next, Janice, who are you bringing?
Oh, Janice is a comedic person at heart, so he is going.
Okay, Janice is here. And next up, Gunluk, who are you bringing?
Let's bring along Ensign Densho for this.
Alright, go ahead and let me see if I can find his token here. If you find him before me, go ahead and throw him on the Densho. There he is. Or she is. And then we have Dante's, our new chief engineer. Would you like to come as yourself?
Woohoo!
Yeah, just kind of confusing it for some sort of social greeting. Oh, hey!
So, before we actually get into the nitty-gritty of the scene, since you are new, Dante's, why don't you tell us a little bit about your character? You can be as descriptive and as verbose as you like, and if you choose to do 1 or 2 sentences, that's completely fine too.
Sure, thanks. Yeah, just a tall, redheaded, Betazoid engineer, survivor of the Battle of Wolf 359. Had to do some pretty crazy stuff to get the ship out of that, and then afterwards I've been working in star bases to keep other ships repaired and upgraded until now. Yeah. Happy to join in.
Excellent. So, the 5 of you arrive in the holodeck, and you find Hylong there, seated behind a comically large wooden desk with a very high-backed chair behind her. And as you come in, she motions for you all to sit in what appear to be the equivalent of schoolyard chairs. So those terrible blue plastic things with no padding that everyone hated. And as she comes in, she says, Dante, it's good to see you. Mud, Brent, surprised to see you. Janice, you're going to have a good time today. And Densho, hello to you too. I trust you're all doing well.
Yeah. I'm scared of our ops manager, though. He just yelled at me to come down here.
I was hoping I'd see him, but if he sent you in his stead, I guess you'll just have to report back to him. And she gives you a wink.
He was swearing in Klingon, I think, about self-sealing stem bolts along the planar joints.
Oh, we probably should talk about that afterwards. But today is going to be fun. Show of hands, has any of you played a role-playing game before?
Densho kind of just like tilt her head to the side like a dog and just be like, a role-playing game, Chief Hylon.
Yes.
Mud will slowly raise his hand.
Good, we have one veteran. Anyone else? No?
No.
Well,
No.
then this is going to be a very enlightening experience. Today, we will be playing an Earth game, an Earth classic, if you will. It is entitled Paranoia, and it will involve something rather interesting. I, as the game master, will be narrating an imaginative experience enhanced by the holodeck, and she motions around. But this is a slightly different role-playing game than some of you veterans, and she looks to Mud, that you might be used to. This is a game of betrayal. This is a game of intrigue. This is a game of fun. But perhaps I should start with the opening monologue. It'll explain many things. So as she begins to read this off, the world is going to shift around you, and it will begin to sort of take form. And I'll describe how this goes. So she starts her monologue, and immediately the holodeck around you and her disappears, and you find yourselves in a completely red corridor. The lights are red, your uniforms have turned into red jumpsuits, and you have no idea where you are, but that's kind of the point. And Hylong says, "Greetings, citizen. You are a citizen of the far future. Your home is Alpha Complex. Humanity has advanced greatly since the bad old days of the 20th century. There's no war, there's no famine, there is no disease. Alpha Complex is a utopia run by a benevolent and omniscient computer. The computer is your friend. The computer provides for your needs. The computer ensures that each and every citizen of Alpha Complex is happy. Failure to be happy is treason. Treason is punishable by summary execution. You are happy, aren't you?" And she pauses for dramatic effect.
Mud
I
nods.
thought we were role playing a game. It sounds very familiar.
Citizen, you have not answered the question. Are you happy?
Yes,
Oh.
I'm happy.
I'm very happy. I love
yes.
computer. I mean computer.
I'm very happy, friend computer.
We thought so. And there is those that are more observant of you would notice that like one of the panels on the wall was like slowly creeping out, but it is decided to go back into the wall once everyone has confirmed that they are happy. But Hylong continues, you are a clone. According to legend, humans once produced by mating, like vile animals. This is no longer true. Humans are grown in clone banks by the computer. There is no longer any need for the messy randomness of love, romance, and childbirth. The computer makes certain every human is genetically perfect in every respect. See what love the computer has for the citizens? The computer is your friend. Trust the computer. And there's another dramatic pause, but unless anyone does anything, she continues on.
I find this to
love
be
the
very
front-
disturbing.
That's treasonous talk.
What?
Are the hologram safeties still on?
As far as you are aware, yes, Hylong has not taken them off. But
I
yeah,
just want to say I love friend computer.
you will be rewarded later for your service, citizen. But to the point, each human is part of a clone family of 6 genetically identical siblings. That is so no one is ever lonely. Also, the computer is well aware of the importance of making backups in case of accidental loss or erasure. The computer is wise. The computer is benevolent. The computer is your friend. The computer provides everything for the happy citizens of Alpha Complex. It provides food. It provides shelter. It provides entertainment. It provides challenging and meaningful work. It provides for the spiritual and psychological needs of its citizens. It exists to serve you. However, Alpha Complex is at war. It has been at war for all of recorded history. There is constant danger of infiltration by the enemy. The enemy are the commies. Traitorous elements within Alpha Complex, such as mutants and secret societies, assist the commies. These dangerous elements must be rooted out and destroyed. Enemies are everywhere. Stay alert, trust no one, and keep your laser handy. So at this point, Hylong's voice changes to be less sort of computer-ish, and much like I'm just going to do, mixing in-character and out-of-character voice. And she explains, so, with that introduction in the way, you all are citizens of Alpha Complex. You work for Friend Computer. And the way this works is that all of you are also secretly mutants and belong to secret societies. But you don't know that. Your characters do not know that. And your clones do not carry grudges if they are killed. So, for example, say Bryn here, and a spotlight, beams over where Bryn is to highlight him specifically. And she says, suppose you decide to kill Bryn here. Obviously, with the holodeck safeties on, he doesn't die, but he is replaced by one of his 6 clones. This new clone is completely brand new. He has no meaning to go against whoever killed him, and he's a good citizen of Friend Computer. Another thing of note is that all of you, as you can see, are wearing red. That is your security clearance. Security clearances correspond to the electromagnetic spectrum. So you have infrared, you have red, you have orange, you have yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And there are rumors of ultraviolet. But ultraviolet is white, and your characters have never seen anyone wearing white. In fact, you've never seen anyone wearing white, you've not seen a white wall, or even a white piece of equipment. Everything is corresponded to your security level and your color. And if you're caught with anything that isn't that color, you are executed for treason. Now, that means that your specific characters can handle and deal with red and black. Black is infrared and below red, so you can handle black and red. But anything besides that, big trouble. Let's see what else I have to tell you all. Just so as a reminder, the holodeck safeties are on. You do not have to worry about your weapons actually killing each other or any injuries. However, since our good Dr. Bryn is present, I would recommend not actually punching each other, because he'll have to patch it up. But does anyone have any questions before I begin this scenario?
I should have totally played Jensen.
Do we have equipment?
Yes, you do, in fact. And sort of highlighting it out of character. You have your red jumpsuit, of course. You also have what appears to be some form of a tool, so a wrench, a screwdriver, something small and to do manual labor with, and the handle would be red. Aside from that, you have no equipment whatsoever.
And Densha will raise her hand. How do we raise our security clearance?
Well, citizen, you service the friend computer and prove yourself to be better and an enemy of the commies.
Interesting.
All right. So, one quick thing I'll say completely out of character is that this is quite literally Paranoia as is written. I have literally read you the setting primer. This is not me, trying to provide social commentary. This is literally the game. It's going to be silly. I encourage you all to be silly. And if this literally turns into everyone executing each other as traitors within the next 5 minutes, that's completely okay. That's what happens sometimes in Paranoia. But the thing that would be different from, say, our usual experience is that I'm going to be deliberately vague with descriptions. So, for example, if I say you go outside and you see a tree, I'm not going to say there is a tree. I'm going to say you see a brown pole with some green stuff at the top. Because in character, your characters have never seen a tree before, if that makes any sense. So I'm being vague on purpose, and it's not just me trying to be difficult. And I encourage you all to sort of be, how do I want to say this, ignorant to a point, but, play yourselves. Have fun with it. That's all I really encourage. So unless anyone has any questions, either in character or out of character, we can actually get started.
I think I'm good. I'll just try to pick it up as we go along.
Okay. Oh, that's the other thing I gotta say out of character. So it's really simple system. Whenever a roll is actually required, you're just gonna be rolling me a d20, and it's a roll under system, just like Star Trek Adventures. So it's real simple. You don't really have to worry about stats. I'll handle all that. If you got to roll, you'll just roll and we'll see what happens. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So the corridor around you begins to change again, and you now see that you are in what appears to be sort of a living corridor. And by that I mean you're seeing other people. They all have very bright smiles on their faces. And you see cameras set into the high points in the wall, around corners, things of that nature. And you are currently in a black corridor. And, the group of you in your red jumpsuits kind of stick out. And those individuals wearing infrared colors sort of bow their heads to you and smile. And hell, even a few get down and start licking your boots. But what really matters is that as you start to look around, get a bearing on your situation, you actually receive sort of a loudspeaker announcement. And that announcement is, troubleshooters, you are to rendezvous at IF6 headquarters at 1300 hours for a briefing by friend computer. And Hailang says, that's you all.
And what time is it currently?
So you look around and you see that it is 12:56. So you have 4 minutes to get to this rendezvous. But, as you're now realizing, none of you know where that is.
Friend computer,
Yes, citizen.
where would you like me to report?
You have been told of this already, citizen. IF6 headquarters.
Where would that be located, friend computer?
Are you professing ignorance?
No, I'm assisting Ensign Mud. He already asked me the question, so I'm getting the answer for this commie over here that doesn't know what he needs to do.
Ensign Mud, are you a commie?
I am not. I'm going to be heading there right now.
Excellent.
And I'm just going to take off walking.
All right, so Mud starts walking off.
And and Densho will follow.
All right.
So I look at like our surrounding doors. Are any of them labeled?
No, in fact, all the walls and all the doors are pretty much blank.
I'm gonna stop one of the people that's in a black outfit and get them to take me to the location.
Okay, so you confront one of the individuals, and they say, "Oh, troubleshooter, hello. Where is it you wish to go?"
What's the location again?
IF6.
IF6.
IF6. Yes, infrared section F, room 6. I know the location. Please, if you'll follow me, your graciousness. And the infrared individual will begin leading you in that direction.
I'm gonna follow Mud.
Okay. Is anyone not following Mud? Let me ask that.
I'm going to follow him, but the whole time I'm talking to everybody else, saying, "Look at him! He's conspiring against Friend Computer with that black suited person."
I'll follow.
While Densho is walking down the corridor, seeing that everybody else is smiling, she tries to smile, but it's kind of like, the smile when like the person who never smiles and it just looks weird.
So it's the data smile.
Yeah.
So that's actually not entirely out of place. Sure, there's a few actual happy citizens, but most of the people you're seeing and walking by have sort of that forced smile and occasional glance toward a camera, almost as if Friend Computer executes anyone who isn't happy.
I think Brennan's in trouble.
Yeah, is Brendan's friend smiling?
Brennan's in deep trouble.
So, what happens is eventually you arrive at the room indicated, and the infrared individual sort of bows and licks your boots again. And when I say licks your boots, I literally mean it. He gets down and gives them a shine. And after he's done, you head into the room, and you see that there is a pile of equipment on a table, as well as a small video briefing that is playing. And the briefing says, "Greetings again, troubleshooters. You are to investigate suspected surveillance systems malfunction in the residence quarters of Lonnie KKD3 and Virgil KKD4. Residence coordinates are F6117. Do you accept this mission?"
I will, with a smile, say I accept.
Yes, of course, Friend Computer.
Yes, Friend Computer.
Friend Computer, could I have a happy pill before I accept this? I'm feeling melancholy.
Citizen, are you not feeling happy?
I am very energetic and excited to work for you, but
Are you questioning the Friend Computer?
I step away from Jensen.
No, I just want a happy pill so I can be happy being surrounded by all these commies.
So the door, you hear clunk, and a spotlight again illuminates Janice, and Friend Computer says, "Troubleshooters, you appear to have a commie in your midst. Please dispatch immediately." And on the table, the equipment are what are comically looking like 60s laser guns. They're pretty, like, imagine the most campy, most cheesy prop you can think of. That's what these things look like.
I grab the biggest and cheesiest, and I shoot Janice with it.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d20. Just a straight d20. All right, so you pick up this comical thing. You try to shoot Janice, and it misses completely. And now a spotlight illuminates you. And Friend Computer says, "It appears we have two commies in our midst. Please dispatch immediately."
I'd like to say that the weapon is not accurate at all, Friend Computer. It might require maintenance.
Are you suggesting
Friend
that...
Computer? See, Friend Computer? He is a commie. He is accusing you that you are not perfect, that your manufacturing is not perfect. That is a typical accusation from a commie.
Commie Janice is completely correct. Questioning the computer's equipment is treason. Troubleshooters, please execute Commie Janice and Commie Mud.
Densho will just take out I'm guessing like a screwdriver that she has,
Uh-huh.
and just attempt to stab Janice in the back.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Wait. Just out of curiosity, do we have our own like any solid equipment, like say my knives?
I would say if you brought them, they are not a part of the holodeck simulation and can actually injure people.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
All right,
Dante's
so
will pick
yeah.
up one of the rifles and shoot Mud too.
Okay, yeah, roll me a d20 for you as well. Okay, so you shoot Mud, and Mud sort of disintegrates for a moment, and then he is replaced by a new Mud walking into the room. Janice, you're stabbed in the back, and you fall to the ground dead, quote unquote, only for a new you, well, you specifically, to walk in completely smiling and happy. And friend computer says, "Very good, troubleshooters." And out of character, I do have to say this: keep track of how many clones have been killed. So, Janice and Mud, you guys are on clone 2 of 6, so keep that in mind. So, friend computer says, "Very well. Please use the following equipment on the table in your mission 2." And then there's a sort of a chiming beep, almost like a computer in Star Trek would normally do if it's having trouble processing the information. And it starts spouting some random gibberish that makes no sense whatsoever. And then it stops and says, "Are there any questions for this mission?"
No, friend computer, I am completely content with doing your bidding.
I live to serve you, friend computer.
Very good. You have 3 hours to complete. And then the door unclicks and opens.
Quick question. It was in like, what was the area where this person was again?
Out of character, it is F6117.
It's 117.
The good news is that you're pretty sure that that's probably still within a black corridor, but you don't know specifically.
Alright, I'll grab a couple of things off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Are they all weapons?
Yeah, so they're all there's a laser gun for each and every one of you, and there's also a very tiny note that no one has touched yet.
Oh.
I'll grab
I
it.
grab it.
Well,
look
only
at it.
one of you can grab it, so which one of you is going to grab it?
Roll for it.
All right, yeah, let's do that. So anyone who's actually going to go and grab it, go ahead and roll me a d20, please. And we'll go with whoever is the lowest.
Ah,
All right, so I think that's going to be Bryn. All right. So, Bryn, you do indeed pick up this note, and the note says, gotta find where it is in my notes. Aha. So, you see that this note is written, and by that I mean it is handwritten. And the note says that one of your fellow troubleshooters is a mutant. Now, out of character, you do know that everyone is a mutant, but this is your first indication in character that someone is a mutant. And the note continues on to say, your mission is to kill this mutant.
What's the note say?
Nothing of any consequence. I put it in my belt
Okay.
and pick up one of the ray guns.
That seems
friend
kind
computer.
Yes, citizen.
It appears that troubleshooter Bryn is keeping something from us that might help us take down communist traitors. Perhaps he is conspiring with them.
Is this true, citizen Bryn?
This is definitely not true. That commie is lying, just like all commies do.
Friend computer, I've also seen Bryn hide information that could be helpful to us.
Citizens, if you are experiencing trouble with your ocular devices, please see your immediate doctor. Until then, you now have 2 hours, 55 minutes, and 7 seconds to complete your mission.
I'll just
Mud's
grab
gotta-
one of the laser pistols and I guess head out.
Okay.
Mud will be hanging out too.
Yeah, I will head out as well.
So, we'll say for sake of argument, either you flag down another infrared guy or you figure out how to actually get where you're going. And when you arrive, you see that there's a bit of a problem. If I had to sort of draw a quick sort of map, and I forgot to actually put us on this page. So, as you all are coming down the corridor, let me draw this real quick. All right, so you see the red line, right? That's where you're coming down the corridor, and this circle is where you want to go. The problem is that in order to get there, you have to pass through about 20 feet of orange corridor.
Is there supposed to be a map up here, or just this paranoia thing?
Nope, just the paranoia thing.
Okay.
You should see the little scribbles I've done right below the paranoia logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you could choose to try and find a way around, but that would take obviously more time. Time that, you remember, are on a time crunch of sorts.
The walls around us, do they look like with one of these repair tools we could maybe like remove a panel or something?
Certainly. You could attempt to go into the service ducts.
Yeah. I'll like quietly back away from people and start fiddling with one of the walls to go into the service.
Okay, roll me a d20, please.
But with my value and focus.
Let's see, an 18. Well, the good news is you are able to get a panel off, but everyone hears you doing it.
I'll just watch.
I just kind of look over. Are you attempting to mess with something that is made by the great friend computer, troubleshooter Dantes?
No, I put this here. I was just moving it.
So as I'll put us back on now that I think about it, because you guys have to deal with your tokens. Let me copy those. Let's copy them over to here because that'll be easier. So as you all sort of see this and realize this, you all distinctively hear and see the shimmer of the holodeck as the holodeck doors open. All right, so you all should be here on the map. Yeah. And what's important is stepping through the door is the ever-lovable Ensign Jensen. And Jensen sort of looks around, has no idea what's going on, and walks specifically right up to Bryn, and he steps through the orange corridor. And he comes up to Bryn and says, "Doctor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but and before he can even finish, the spotlight illuminates Jensen and says, "Troubleshooters, there is a commie traitor in your
shoot him.
midst." You shoot him.
We all shoot him. We all take a turn shooting him.
Yeah, I shoot him as well.
All right, so you shoot Jensen, and Jensen, almost like you actually stunned him, crumples to the ground stunned.
Gentlemen, I cannot tell you how fulfilling that was.
I don't even know him. It's just his voice. His voice just got to me right away. I'm sorry.
I've never met that man. But
Does like another clone version of Jensen just happen to pop in now?
No, just chills there on the floor unconscious.
Hi, Long?
Yes, citizen.
No computer pause.
The computer keeps running.
Did we actually just shoot someone?
Is the arc door in the orange corridor?
It vanished once Jensen stepped through it.
But it appeared there.
It did for a moment, yes.
Okay. God, this is gonna be stupid. Would there be anywhere that I could track down maybe different colors of spray paint or fabric paint?
I would say that such things are treasonous, but you could certainly try to find some.
I would like to try to find some.
All right, roll me a d20.
Friend computer,
Yes, citizen.
our current path to our objective is obstructed by an orange division. Are we able to get temporary clearance for 20 feet to reach our objective?
No, citizen. You must not traverse the orange corridor, for your clearance is only level red.
Is there
Friend
another...
computer,
Yes, citizen.
I feel that. Oh, shit.
If you feel anything but happiness, this is treason.
I feel tons of happiness.
You definitely feel sad. I could see it in your face.
Friend computer, look at his face. He is born sad.
Are you
I'm always
suggesting
happy.
that the computer is unable to create perfect clones?
No, friend computer, his choices in life.
But his life was made by friend computer.
Son of a...
You sound an awful lot like a commie.
I am not a commie. The person that took the panel off the wall, that might be a commie, though.
Well, the good news is that you look past where the panel was taken off, and it's black, so you can actually traverse through the back passageways.
Yeah, and I'll put the panel back up behind me.
Okay.
So do I find any paint, GM?
You do, but it is yellow. And so far, no one's noticed you find this yellow. We'll say you found it, like, when you went into the back areas.
Okay.
You found a yellow spray can, but remember, you're not yellow. You're red.
Yellow clearance is above orange, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to attempt to spray my suit yellow and make sure it's covered and attempt to walk through the corridor.
This sounds so much like treason, but I love it. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Sure.
All gonna die.
All right, so Densho, you do a pretty damn good job. You give yourself a once-over, and you're sporting a new yellow jumpsuit, and you try to step through the corridor, and everyone sees Densho do this, except...
I shoot him.
Well, hold on. As Densho walks through the corridor, everything looks to be above board until one of you, we'll say Bryn. Bryn, you realize there's a very small speck of red that seeps through their uniform on the back.
You are not allowed to be in there.
I'm going to run into the red section
Mm-hmm.
and I guess to that room we're supposed to be in.
I'm gonna blast him before he gets there.
All right, roll me a d20, Bryn.
I'm going to call the attention of friend computer to the person running in the hallway.
All right, so Densho, you die. Clone number 2 appears. But the good news is that you appear on the right side of the corridor, so you're where you're supposed to be.
Yes. Do I know about our mission as my clone?
Yeah, so if it wasn't clear already, your clones share the sort of mission and the memories, but
we don't
hold
share
on.
the feeling.
Sorry, Jet. Hold on.
Is there an elevator around?
There are no elevators, no. Hold on, let me just shrink your tokens down so I can actually do division here. Alright, so you guys are over here, Densho is over there. And yeah, you still have to find a way across this orange corridor.
I'm going to go find a guy in a black jumpsuit and inquire any shortcuts that are either infrared or red.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d20, please.
Oops. I meant to do that.
Wow, a 1. Well, not only is this individual able to find you all a shortcut, he finds you something very important along the way. He actually says, hello, troubleshooters. I have been told by friend computer to make sure you have the option of taking this experimental equipment. And along the way, he shows you a room. And in the room, there is, if you all remember or know of Spock's helmet, that sort of meme, it looks exactly like that. So stupidly, over comically, shall we say, cheesy, with sort of like a siren type thing on the top.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I will also take it.
So you have no idea what this helmet does. Absolutely none whatsoever. But is anyone not taking it?
I'll take one.
Okay, so everyone but Densha will have this helmet.
Well, and I'm in the service duct.
Okay, so everyone but Dante's and Densha will have this helmet. And I'm going to note that with a green circle. Just so that I remember. Alright.
And am I able to, like, take the service duct to the other side and do another panel? And...
Oh yeah, no problem. So, Dante's, you get to the other side just as the other three arrive. And Densho and Dante's, you see that the three other individuals are now sporting strange helmets.
But just waves.
I'm assuming the one laser pistol is still on the other Densho clones' corpse.
Mm-hmm.
Up, and then just, if they'll allow me, I'll just lead us to where we're supposed to go.
All right. So, you find the room in particular, and you find that the door is locked. Which is treason, by the way.
Hold on, can you repeat the...
Uh-oh, you're coming in and out. Is that just me, or is that everyone getting in?
No,
and going in?
I got
two.
Okay.
Doors locked. Treason.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm gonna use my trusty little screwdriver, flathead, try and break the lock so we can get in.
All right, roll me a d20. Another one? Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, not only are you able to get the door open, you do it in such a fashion that does not break the lock. And that's a good thing, because breaking locks is treason. But you open the door, and inside you see what is absolutely heresy. You see two individuals, and they are holding hands.
I instantly pull out one of my lasers and shoot one of them.
Okay.
I'll try to shoot the other.
All right. So you shoot the two individuals. They die accordingly. And friend computer comes over the intercom and says, "Very good, troubleshooters. Please report to..." And then there's sort of that processing sound of the computer struggling. More gibberish. And then the computer says, "Are there any questions?"
Friend computer, would you mind replaying that?
So the computer does not respond. And those of you that are still have eyesight of the corridor outside, you see that Jensen is still unconscious on the floor.
Is he laying in an orange section?
Thankfully, he got the two red, so since he is a red uniformed individual, he has not been disturbed.
All right, well, as a doctor, I'm going to take the shortcut back to him because I want to check on him.
All right, so actually use Bryn's sheet for this. Roll me a reason medicine at a difficulty of 1.
Would I have any focuses?
If you have anything related to emergency medicine...
Yeah, I do.
Okay, then that would apply. All right, So, Bryn, using your actual knowledge, you know that, yeah, Jensen has been actually stunned, and he'll come out of it within an hour, but with the holodeck safeties on, that shouldn't happen.
How long?
There is no response.
Do we still have our comm badges?
You would, but they're sort of covered by the illusion of your jumpsuits.
What about tricorder? Could pull one of those.
I would say that since no one mentioned bringing a tricorder, you would not have one on you.
That is fair because we're considering this was like a nice little game.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to need equipment.
Holodeck Arch.
The holodeck does not respond.
Um,
Well, I mean, we can finish off the rest of our clones. That should end the program, maybe.
well,
The
if
problem is,
safeties-
yeah, I'm not sure now that the safety is working adequately. I'm a little hesitant now about shooting any of you.
It sounds like treason. I'm kidding.
Well, I'll see you in a moment. And
No.
Mud's gonna shoot himself.
No.
Oh God.
So, Mud, you shoot yourself, and it hurts. Like, it hurts. It's almost as if you feel the flames of destruction wrapping your entire body. And
Oh man, he's screaming.
yeah, it's not fun. But the good news is that while the number on your jumpsuit changes, so I think you're at what, clone 3 of 6 now? You do continue to exist, but out of character or out of paranoia, you have taken 3 stress worth of damage.
Okay, ouch. Okay, so
Yeah,
think
let's
they-
not do that again.
I'll take the helmet off of the one Mud clones' corpse and put it on.
Okay. So let me put you. There you go. You now have the helmet.
Troubleshooters Janice and Bryn, did any of the infrareds happen to tell you what these helmets did?
No.
Interesting.
Are
So?
we able to go through like a standard diagnostic for a failed holodeck?
Yeah. Let's see. How do I want to handle this? If you want to roll me a Insight Engineering, difficulty 2, and this will be you sort of taking a lay of the land and figuring out where the nearest panel would be.
And we don't have any momentum or anything.
You could give me threat if you wanted.
I don't know. So I normally just roll 2d.
2d20,
20,
yeah. If you give me a threat, you can roll 3d20. And if you do it from the sheet, if you like click Insight or Engineering,
Yeah.
it'll walk you through everything.
Yeah. Do we want to do threat? I mean, this is kind of what I'm good at, but
Who knows how he'll use it against us, considering what's going on right now?
okay.
They do it.
We'll just do straight up.
Yeah, we'll just do 2 for now.
All right, go for it.
Focuses computers, transporters, replicators.
I would think computers apply here. Ah, there it is. All right, so I'm going to say that you can succeed, but it will be at a cost, meaning there will be a complication.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So you use your knowledge of the immediate area, and you find a panel. Bad news, it's in the middle of the orange corridor.
So I look at everybody else. The panels in the corridor. Peace for now.
Yeah,
Oh,
And I'll walk into the corridor.
friend computer.
Yes, citizen.
I believe that Akami has potentially sabotaged something in the orange corridor. Permission for Dantes to take a look.
So there's more chiming, more beeping, and the computer does not respond. But Dante's, you stepping into the corridor, nothing happens when you do. You're able to get over to the panel and take it off, and beneath this, you see that there is what equivalates to a holodeck control panel. And you see some very important information. First off, you see that, yeah, safeties are off. Second thing you notice is that this is not just affecting the holodeck. It seems the computer across the entire starship, the entire Arcadia, is experiencing an issue.
Oh, great. Great. First day on the job. So the it looks like the whole shipboard computer's having some problem.
Well, that's just great.
can we get communications out?
You can certainly try, but Dante's would have to do a little bit of engineering magic to allow you to get a comm signal out.
Sure, that's what I do.
All right, go ahead and roll me a control and engineering, please. Difficulty 2.
Do we want to do any threat now?
Considering this is vital, I'm okay with you spending a threat to get a third dice if
Yeah.
everybody else is.
And if nothing else, that might get us some momentum going.
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
So that's 3d20, and then computers as well.
Yep. Hey, look at that. You guys get a momentum. So yeah, one of you, you can designate who is able to get a comm signal out.
Hello?
Hi.
Discord's been weird today.
Yeah, it's I'm seeing some packet loss too. So I guess I'll repeat myself. So one of you is able to get your comm badges working with Dante's help. I just need to know which one of you it is.
Who's ranking officers? The
I think technically it would be Bryn because doctors always have higher rank, but both Janice and Bryn have the same rank. Well, I guess Dante's, you've got one too, so it's really between the three of you.
Bryn?
Yeah, that's right. Who's the captain on this ship right now?
It is actually still Rear Admiral Tahan. They have not actually put a new captain in the chair.
Okay. Bryn to Tahan.
This is Tahan. Go ahead, Bryn.
We're experiencing some malfunctions down here on the holodeck, and Dantes has noticed that it's actually going through the entire ship.
Yes, we're experiencing a cascading failure of the main computer core. Is everything all right?
No, the safeties are off down here, and we cannot get the arch to appear. We're in an unsafe situation. Is there any way to get some security down here or some engineers to try to get this the hell out of here?
I haven't tried the arch yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can certainly send a team down there. Sure, Bryn. Let's try transporting you out as well. And you hear him give the order off screen, and You also hear off screen that, sorry, sir, I can't get a lock. Holodeck is pretty much preventing beam out of any sort.
Well, I just kind of look to the others for any ideas.
Is it cool on the bridge?
I would say he is, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, where's our ops officer?
Can I attempt to find out what's happening?
You
Or,
certainly can. I mean, you would hear this on the bridge. You would hear all of this.
I'm just like looking at everything. Okay, what's happening with the ship now?
And I can, through the badge to also relay all my findings in a more technical fashion that'll help him on the outside.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, since you're not in the holodeck, you realize that, well, with Dante's additional insight, as Tahan said, there is a cascading failure of the main computer core. The estimated time to fix is approximately 6 hours, but the problem is that killing the holodeck, you don't know how that would affect the people inside.
I want to do, if possible, shunt the holodeck program and transfer it all to the secondary core.
Okay.
Or
This
that it-
will be a difficult task, and by that I mean it will be a daring engineering at a difficulty of 4 with a complication range of 17 to 20.
Okay.
Of the supervisor talent, does that help it?
Let me double check supervisor.
Yeah, I was looking for it too.
Let's see. Supervisor. Well, now that I see what supervisor does, I would recommend picking a different talent because we don't really use crew support for my game.
Okay.
I was just thinking of making it an extended task to get switched over. So they still have to deal with it, but it gets repaired.
I mean, that's entirely up to you how you want to do it. If you want to do it in like one motion, it's a difficulty 4. If you want to take the time, then after X amount of time has passed, they will hopefully be free.
So like, could I trigger like an extended task though?
Yeah, I guess you could still roll. So it is still going to be a initial difficulty 4 task. And there's now a work track of, let's make it 14, magnitude of 4, and a resistance of 1.
Alright, give me a second here. I gotta load up all these documents.
So you said that it's going to take about 6 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and the Paranoia game is giving us how many hours to complete the task in itself?
You would say at this point, you probably have about 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Well, I can try the arch to get the arch from in here.
Alright, so 1 momentum for an extra dice, I believe.
Okay.
Double check things here. I have a feat called Technical Expertise. Where are you? Alright, so I'm working with the ship's computers.
Mm-hmm.
The faulty computers?
Well, we have 2 cores now because of the new ability of the ship. So, 1 for the saucer, 1 for the primary, or the engine and hull. So one more friend with that, and then I'm going to give you 2 more threat, if you guys are okay with that, for 4 dice in total.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And, well, let's hope. Focuses, computer, system diagnostics.
Yeah, I would apply.
Alright.
All
Oh
right.
boy.
That's 3 successes, but not enough to actually begin doing some work.
So with technical expertise, if I'm using the ship's computers or sensors, I may re-roll 1d20.
Ah, well, if you've got that expertise, go right ahead.
I think that's only if it's assisted by the computer. by the ship's sensors or computers. I think that's how that works.
Let's double
Whenever you
check.
attempt. Oh yeah, attempt a task, yeah, assisted. But then I also have computer expertise, so let's take a look at that. Whenever you attempt a task that involves the programming or study of a computer system, you may add I may add in a bonus d20. I didn't know that one. I thought it was a reroll.
All right. Well, that means you have a another d20 you can roll. All right. So go ahead and roll me 7 challenge die, please. All right. Remember, there is a resistance of 1, so you're either going to have to spend, well, because you've used your momentum at this point, you're either going to have to spend threat to reroll those zeros, or you're going to have to give me 1 point of threat for 1 additional work.
Let me just take a look here. You guys okay with the threat for the zeros?
Sure.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Up.
So you have done 6 out of 14 work, and I'll note that here.
So I also have a in the nick of time.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you score whenever you succeed an engineering and science task with part of an extended task, you score 1 additional work for every effect rolled.
Oh, well, then you're at 7 out of 14 work.
All right, and was that enough for a breakthrough?
It is indeed. 5 is the magic number. So,
Nope, there's one more. Miracle Worker. I double
oh,
my breakthroughs.
so you're also at Twitter for breakthroughs. You begin shunting the program into the other computer core. And for those of you on the holodeck, the entire world shimmers around you for a moment. And for the briefest instance, you can see the actual holodeck itself. And unfortunately, it rematerializes around you. And you find yourselves in a bit more of a problem. You know how you were in a red and orange corridor before?
Oh no.
You're now in a blue and purple one. Good
In
news
character.
is that Jensen's body came with you.
Body.
In the brief glimpse that we got of the holodeck, was Hylong there?
Go ahead and roll me a insight and security difficulty 3.
Oh boy. That is not good stuff for Densho, but let's see. I'm not gonna do any, but let's just pray.
Yeah,
Oh.
you didn't see how long.
Oh boy.
In character. Shit.
Out of character. Shit. We see no red around us. There's no other hallway.
Nope, it's all blue and purple.
Do the helmets that the ones that are wearing helmets are they reacting in any way?
Oh yeah, they're blaring an alarm. It's almost like a siren on the top of your head, and spinning lights to boot.
Oh no.
Ensign Mud's gonna book it down a hallway.
Okay.
I yank the helmet off and just throw it and then run following Ensign Mud.
Okay.
Can I shoot the helmet?
You can certainly shoot the helmet. So you shoot the helmet, the alarm stops. For that particular helmet, anyway.
Well, other people are wearing helmets.
Mm-hmm. Bryn and Janice are both wearing helmets, which is sounding an alarm.
I'll take mine and throw it against the wall.
Okay. Janice, same thing?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. So, this sound is definitely loud. Someone is going to hear this. But yeah, if you start booking it down a corridor, you come to a T intersection, and let's say that to your left you see white. And if you remember the briefing, white is the highest level clearance. To the right is more purple.
Ensign Mud's just gonna look at them and was like, okay, I was prepared for, a battle after the academy, but this is insane. They don't cover this in any textbook or any courses.
Hey, that's life, you know.
Ensign Mud's just gonna walk towards the white.
Okay.
And I'll follow.
All right. So as you step foot into the white, a drone of some sort, a flying drone, pops out of the wall and begins taking shots at you all. So let me actually start rolling some dice here. All right, so the first drone misses you, Mud. The second drone pops out of the wall, shoots at Densho, misses as well. So you have now 2 flying drones that look sort of like a quadcopter shooting at your group. How would you like to proceed?
Do I see any doors?
You do not. This white corridor stretches down probably good 10 or so meters, and then it begins to curve off to the left.
We shoot a drone.
Okay.
Yeah, firebag.
All right, so both of you are going to roll me a control security. The difficulty is 2.
Ooh.
I don't have focuses for this. Wheel.
All right, so Mud, you're going to miss. And Dante's, you will also miss. So yeah, at this point, you both take a shot with your in-game sort of laser pistol things, and doesn't seem to impact any of the drones. At this point, though, Bryn, you now realize you left Jensen behind on the floor in a blue corridor wearing a red uniform.
Oh, crap. I keep forgetting about Jensen. I guess I'll turn around and start to run back towards him.
Okay. And you see that there is an individual in a blue jumpsuit with a laser pistol aimed at Jensen.
I guess I'll try to blast him.
All right, control security, please. All right, yeah. So you disintegrate this blue troubleshooter, and Jensen is saved for the moment.
All right, I'm going to run up to him, and I'm going to try to fire him and carry him down the hall.
Okay.
Back towards the others.
So you're a Tellarite. Yeah, means you're kind of
Yeah.
short.
Yep.
Roll me a fitness security, please. Difficulty 2. Yeah, so yeah, you're able to bring Jensen with you, and he's starting to stir, and he's still very groggy. He's still not really cognizant, but he says, "Bryn, Bryn."
Stop wiggling. Just calm yourself.
You stunned me, Bryn. What did I do to deserve that?
You're having a fever dream. Just calm down and I'll get you a hypo spray soon.
So yeah,
It's like
back at the corridor fight, the drones are now going to take a shot again at, let's say, Janice this time, and Densho. So Janice, you will be hit. And, okay, so Densho, you're good. So, good news, they don't do a whole lot of damage. So you're going to take 3 stress, Janice.
Very well.
And yeah, it is now anyone's turn to do something in regards to the drones.
Question. We said Dante's is the only one who has their comm badge working?
Mm-hmm.
No, Bryn.
Oh.
I repaired Bryn's.
Oh, gotcha.
One of you has it. That's what matters.
Densho will probably just yell at Bren, just be like, "Tell Lieutenant Commander Zakul to get on this problem now," and then I'll just take out my laser pistol and shoot at one of the drones.
All right, go for it.
All right, see, control security.
Yeah, we'll also do another attempt at a pot shot.
All right, go for it.
I don't have a focus.
All right, so no success for Densho.
this is not my thing.
When I get an opportunity, I will also take a shot because it
Go
is
for
my
it,
thing.
Janice.
Okay. Hold on. Switch sides on my character sheet. Type 2 because I'm Lieutenant Commander plus security. That should be 7.
Challenge
I
die,
did-
yeah, but you still have to roll control
Yeah,
security first.
Yep. I'm just getting it all straight in my brain here. We're doing control and security.
Yep. Ooh.
Ooh.
All right.
It's Christmas.
So good news, bad news, Janice. Good news,
Mm.
you take out a drone. Bad news, your laser pistol thing deactivates after you shoot the drone.
I only need one shot.
So it is at this point that, Bryn, you've brought Jensen up to where everyone is fighting at the moment. And what would you like to do, Bryn?
I'm gonna set Jensen down where he's kind of at least kind of covered or safe. And there's still how many drones are?
There's just one left remaining.
Okay, I guess I'll try to take a pop at it.
Go for it. Control security, difficulty 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, not enough. So that means the drone's going to get another shot off, and it's going to aim for Jensen. It will hit Jensen.
Oh no.
Jensen will take 2 stress of damage. So the good news is that's not enough to injure Jensen. I probably should actually put his token on the screen somewhere. But Bryn, you definitely know that if Jensen takes another injury, unless you get him to a sickbay within, say, 5 minutes' time, he could die.
Okay. I'm gonna try to drag him back around the corner out of sight from that drone.
Okay. So that's what you're doing. What is everybody else doing? I'm assuming taking a shot at the drone, but
I'm in a basically like reckless abandon, not knowing what she's doing.
No, I'll give you my pistol. Like I offer my I offer my gun to you.
Wait, to me? Or
Janice? Yeah.
Janice? Okay, Janice is the sorted out.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
I'm just going to attempt to basically like grab onto the drone and just slam it into the wall.
Okay. Daring security, difficulty 1.
Yeah, which is hot garbage for her, but she doesn't know what she's doing.
Is Bren's combat still active? Like we can hear everything, like a live play-by-play?
I would say yes.
Alright.
I'll give you 3 credit for 2 extra dice.
All right.
No focus.
Okay, so I have to roll 3 successes here, but otherwise you'll hit it. You hit it. You destroy the drone,
right.
and you're out of combat for the moment.
Mud's booking it down that hallway.
Okay.
Is there anything that we can salvage from any of those drones, like the weapons?
I would say you could salvage a weapon from one of the drones, but the one you slammed against the wall is completely beyond repair.
Right. I'll grab the weapon from the drone that is in good enough state of repair, along
Okay.
with my laser pistol.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we have a time limit now, right? Running down hallways isn't going to help us, guys. We need to get to the control panel and open the arch now.
Maybe the way that we need to get out of here is through this hallway, and I just keep going.
All right. So, as you all proceed, or at least I'm assuming you do, you hear friend computer sort of announce not to you, but sort of the immediate surroundings. Attention, citizens. There are 6 commie traders in your area. Any citizen who dispatches these commie traders will receive a reward.
Well, that's just great.
So now I could use my knives if I so chose, right?
Say again?
Now that we're going against this situation, or the situation, I could use my knives if I so chose.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay.
I mean, you could have used them before. You just would have
You would have
actually
done
injured
that.
someone.
Yeah. I'm not that mean yet.
All right, so it is at this point. Let's have our new ops officer make another roll. So this is a difficulty 2 task now. It's still daring and engineering.
You okay with threat for a 3rd dice with these guys? Oh no, sorry, it's going to be 2 threat because it'll be the 4th dice because I'm using the computer where I get an extra dice.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys okay with that?
Yeah, go on ahead.
I have a focus.
Cool.
Yeah, that's 3 momentum for you.
Alright.
And then roll me another 7 challenge dice, please.
I'm using 1 momentum to re-roll those. That's just 3.
All right. Well, with that, since you also rolled 2 effects, that's a total of 9. You are able to complete the work track and achieve all the breakthroughs you require. So, when you transfer the remainder of the program over to the secondary computer core, the holodeck once again shimmers and deactivates around you all. And you find yourselves back in the normal holodeck with Hailong. And Hailong's wearing white. You're all still wearing your jumpsuits. But Hailong is wearing white robes. She kind of looks to all of you and says, "Oh, thank heavens. There's something going on with the computer. And I don't mean friend computer. I mean the actual computer."
The cool 2 holodeck, whatever.
And everyone's comm badge works at this point.
I'm going to immediately start taking Jensen down to the med bay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll help as well.
All right.
This is gonna sound weird, but can I make an insight check on Hailong?
You certainly can.
So would that be insight plus
insight
security?
con, I think.
Insight con. Okay.
Difficulty 2.
I'll take a momentum for a 3rd dice, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, with 4 successes, you're pretty sure that this is Hailong, and that you're not just in a holodeck within a holodeck.
Well, I guess, I meant... Would I be able to tell maybe she's lying about, the computers going wrong, and maybe she did something with them?
Oh, no,
kinda how I
she
meant.
seems to be as much in the dark as you all are.
Okay. So we're up to 3 momentum after that, then?
Yes, you are.
Okay, cool.
The cool 2 holodeck 2, you guys okay down there?
Yeah, with 1 injured.
One Ensign Jensen is in some trouble. Commander Zakul.
Alright, I'll let the captain know. And yeah, the cool was let the captain know. There's an incident, injured ensign. And he'll also happily tell the captain that he got a task that would take 6 hours done within how long?
Well, so you've transferred the program and ended the simulation, but the repair of the actual core is still going to take like 6 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he'll go work on that.
Okay. So, this is honestly where the session turns into sort of a lower deck style thing. I didn't want to do anything that involved command level decisions without Tahan here. But yeah, is there any scenes anyone would like to address while I have you all at the table?
Um, we'll have Ensign Densho go visit our new head engineer when he has the time.
Sure.
Yeah, as soon as we get him, in the med bay, I'll be helping with repairs, obviously.
All right. So let's see. There's Dante. Where's Densho? There's Densho.
And the cool will go down to engineer as well. As he's working on repairs, he will be down in engineering to meet with the new engineer as well.
All right. So Zakul and Densho, you pretty much walk in at almost the same time. Dantes, you have been working with Senior Chief Alon. Senior Chief Alon has been with the Arcadia ever since the Arcadia was a Nova class. So he's been part of this crew for quite a long time.
Oh, excellent.
But yeah, Zakul and Densho, you walk on in as Dantes and Alon are reviewing the current state of repairs to the computer core.
Yeah, the cool will walk up with a pad and hold it out for the chief.
Yeah, I'll take it and review.
He just looked down at him for a moment. He's like, "Well, since you're here now, the duties of engineering fall to you. I will have the op station aboard the bridge, but if you need anything, please do not hesitate to ask. If you have questions about this class or the design, please let me know. I served with the crew that built the Sovereign."
Oh, excellent. Yeah. You know, we'll definitely be contacting you.
Looking forward to it. He'll just give it a little nod and he'll look to Densho like, "Still operational?"
Yes, Lieutenant Commander.
"Oh. Still wanted to take your part." He'll just walk out.
Okay.
Lieutenant Commander Dantes, correct?
Yes, Densho.
Well, as you already know, I am Ensign Densho, and rather than Dr. Brennan, you'll kind of have to be my doctor, as it were.
Understood.
How exactly do you feel about androids, Lieutenant Commander?
I'm neutral. I mean, as several or have been legally recognized as sentient beings, it's a great, I'd imagine, a very interesting life to live.
Interesting's, to lack of a better term, interesting way to put it, Lieutenant Commander. The operations manager didn't seem too keen on my presence, but I'm glad to see that you have kind of a better attitude about the matter. And she'll kind of give, like, the data smile.
Well, yeah, certainly. If nothing else, it's my job to keep everything running on the ship, so it is a unique experience to have that be one of the crew members.
Well, thank you, Lieutenant Commander. I'll leave you to your work. And she'll kind of bow and then just kind of walk out of engineering.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
Funny. Zakul's gonna call him for Ensign Densho to meet him in one of the science labs.
Alright. You guys can get started. I just gotta get your tokens on here.
Ensign?
Lieutenant Commander, what did you call me here for?
I repurposed one of these labs for maintenance for you specifically. So if you require an assistance, you can come here. It should be set up within the next day completely. Do you have schematics on your different components so I may start replicating additional?
If you need to, of course, and I'm sure she'll have brought a data pad with her with some of these schematics if that was explained beforehand.
Excellent, thank you. Well, if you'd like, I have a couple of ideas for you. One of them arose during a certain incident with another android. She became unstable and started heading back to a safe location. If you're able to, I'd upload this as a safe location if you're aboard the vessel and you suffer a failure.
More than willing.
The lab is set up to notify any of the engineering staff qualified that you believe would be able to service you the moment you enter in, with no one else being present.
Interesting. Well, I'll be sure to make use of this room to the best of my abilities, Lieutenant Commander.
Well, I'm gonna go fix the computer and yell at some people.
Of course.
Good day.
Good day. Not really sure how to say it.
All right. Other scenes people would like to get out of the way.
I guess Crowley's packing up his room.
Mm-hmm.
And clean up his office. And yeah, I don't know if anyone wants to talk to him.
I mean, if not, it's just important that it's been noted that you have officially moved your things over to the torchbearer. But yeah. Sounds like we don't have any other scenes, and that's okay. I knew today would be a shorter session, and we actually did the paranoia thing quicker than I expected, but that's okay. That's where the dice led us. So yeah, I know we've only been going for like, what, hour 30 minutes at this point, but
Burns back.
Yeah, for the sake of Tahan and the sake of the overall narrative, let's go ahead and call the session here, and we will pick up later. So anyone watching on Twitch or YouTube, thanks so much, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.